Let me piss you guys off again today. I don't believe in marriage institution. I don't believe in it. In marriage. Do you understand? Not because I genuinely have a problem with that thing, but because I started to understand what marriage institution really is. And marriage is simply legal slavery of women. There was a time when women are seen as properties. We are still being seen as properties now, just that it's not as much as it was in the past. Do you get? Women are being sold as products to men because men had this desire to own everything. Like they want to own a piece of land, they want to own houses, they want to own this one, they want their name to be attached to something. Women are not seen as human beings. We are seen as objects to own by men. That's why when a man comes to marry you, he pays your bride price. Men used to marry as many women as they liked. The fact that they are not doing one man, one woman is all because of religion. Do you understand? That's why they are not doing one woman, one man. But marriage is not natural. You don't really need to marry a man to procreate with that man or to get pregnant or to give birth for, humanity to continue.
Today, there is one wife in 100 women, and it is going to be worse. I'll tell you why. During the 60s, the world had 1 billion men roaming the face of the earth. And in that same 60s, the world also had 1.79 billion women. That is almost twice the population of men. As at that time, the world had lesser opportunities and resources for survival, and as such, survival was tough. As at then, the basis of survival were strength and energy. And most of the women didn't have that. And so, as a woman, you needed a man. And you don't just go buy a man. You get married to one. And since the man commodity was scarce, more than one woman will still find comfort to live with a man. Men were literally the price. Today, the world has 4.14 billion men and 4 billion women, which means that the population of men has gone up 1.4 million than women, which also means that if every man was supposed to take one woman, 1.4 million men will be left without a woman. And you know what? There are numerous opportunities and resources for survival today, most of which women can also explore comfortably. Today, women now know that the reason why men were the prize as at that time was because they had what it took to survive. And so today, they are also going for the same willpower. Women now have the knowledge necessary for survival. Why do they need men anymore? In fact, their population is even lesser than the men, which means if you dropped any woman today, there is 100% possibility that another man will pick her up in no time. Women can now survive without a man, though most of them want children, but not under a man. They are now so busy with the possibilities of survival that the time for loyalty is no longer there. The ones that men call wife material today are those with lesser chasing power. The unaware. Although naturally, on a normal base, women were supposed to be here while men were supposed to be here. But look at what we have done to the world today. Like I said, it will get worse. You will find a wife in 200 women in time to come. One wife in 200 women.